Wee. Wee. Stream be starting soon. Let's see, is this too loud? Probably not, right? Yeah, should be fine. We're fine. Let me drink. I always eat before stream, and then I have to drink the whole stream. It's kind of annoying to think about it. What's happening here? Oh, it didn't load in. Based, I guess. Okay, so new tactic. We're gonna say fuck anything that has to do with fast CGI. Excuse me. Did that hurt your ears? Aww. We're gonna just do HTTP 1.1 servers because apparently ChatGPT said it's about the same. And it's widely supported, and like fast CGI is apparently something that no one actually uses, which is interesting, except for maybe like PHP stuff, but certainly not for C. I forgot what I wanted to do. Right. We're gonna go to micro, not micro slop, but micro HTTPD. Oh, lib micro, nah. All those liberals. Okay, library. Fast and small. Hehe, that's how I like it. Fast and small. So we can just download it, huh? There's a lot. 17? Why is 16 up here, huh? What are they not telling us? Oh, we need to scroll all the way down. Okay. 1.1. Latest. That's probably what we want, right? That sounds like something. Okay, so I think I still haven't fixed. Yep, still haven't fixed the download location. Still capital D downloads. Tar dash that web XVF, my bad, bro. That's a lot of stuff. Can we remove the latest? Thanks. How do we use it? Okay, we're gonna go to the documentation. Manual. This one. Introduction. Sounds... What? That's not the introduction. This is the introduction. All symbols defined in the public API start with MHD underscore. Okay, good to know. MHD is a small HTTP daemon library. As such, it does not have any API for logging errors. Okay, we can do a standard error. Yeah, who cares about errors? Also, it may not support all of the HTTP features directly. Where applicable, portions of HTTP may have to be handled by clients of the library. So I assume server sent events is something we need to do ourselves. The library is supposed to handle everything that it must handle because the API would not allow clients to do this. What? The library is supposed to handle everything that it must handle? Okay. Oh. If you don't allow me to do something, you have to be able to do it yourself. Makes sense. Such as basic connection management. However, detailed implementations of headers such as range requests are left to the main application. In particular, if an application developer wants to support range requests. I don't even know what the fuck that is, so I assume we don't want that. Largely ignores the semantics of different HTTP methods. So if we want WebSockets or server-sent events, we need to do them ourselves. Scope. Okay. Cool story, bro. Thread modes and event loops. Oh yeah, we can do thread pools. I love it already. Compiling this. Well, I certainly can do that. .config /conf. Oh, okay, it worked. Trust me, guys. We are checking. Cannot say we're not checking. Apparently it worked. I think. Looks like it did. And then we do make. Oh boy. After that we do make install. Yeah, this might take a while. Most lightweight C program. Wait, that was actually pretty fast. So make install sudo make install. Okay, worked. Apparently, I hope it did. Can we give into a configure? Oh yeah, we should have probably looked at that before we did all this. Disable running test cases. The fuck are test cases? They don't do this automatically, right? I hope not. That would be fucking weird. Disable messages. I think I want the messages. Oh no, logging of... Yeah. Excuse me. /configure. Actually, let me increase the size. Oh, it's behind the coffee cup. Well, that's fucking... Well, you guys have to live with that now. Good luck. So, configure -- disable messages. Disable messages. What else do we have? Disable HTTPS. Yeah, that's all. Nginx. Disable large files. No, I kind of want them. I think that's a thing I want, right? Disable post-processor. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna keep that. Deauth. Sounds important. HTTP upgrade. What? I don't even know what that is. HTTP upgrade. Upgrade header. Request response header can be used to upgrade an already established client-server connection to a different protocol. For example, it can be used by a client to upgrade from to a WebSocket. Yeah, no, we don't need that. It's all handled by Nginx. So we're gonna yoink that too. Disable upgrade. Disable ePOL. Do not include ePOL support. No idea what that means. Enable coverage. Flags for analysis of code. Don't care. With thread pools. Kinda want that. POSIX, right? Auto, actually. We're gonna auto that one. With gcrypt. I don't know what that is. gnot.ls? gnot? What is this? Okay, don't care. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Okay. So we got this. Then we make... I am a genius. Da-na-na. Wait, am I too loud? Okay, hold on. Needed to adjust my own volume there. Oh, damn it. Just when I was about to drink, we finish make install. There. Bruh, okay. So now we should be able to... Yeah, what should we be able to, huh? That's a good question. Including micro HTTPD header. You should add the necessary includes to define all of those. So vim test.c login.c. Yeah, I know names, okay. So we're gonna include, is it int types? .h. I don't actually know. Hold on. Standard lib sounds important. Include. Bro, typing is hard. Wait. Int types. Oh, it doesn't check. Never mind. std lib. Okay, then we want sys socket for all the socket stuff, right? Then we will try include like this, maybe like this, who knows. What was it called? Micro H, or is it? Okay, micro httpd.h. Now we want int main void return 1 and close this. gcc-w all login.c and out file would be login.o. It compiled without problems. So far so good. And we didn't even have optimizations. Of course we now need to change, not ownership, change the modifiers to include execution for login.o so that we can do /slash login.o, and it does nothing. I should probably actually print f nerds. Got him, bro. Okay. Oh, nope. stdio is missing. Standard.io. And it printed. I actually want a new line there. Compile, run, easy. Not even hard. Okay, next step in the documentation. Where were we? Blah blah blah. Which specific headers are needed may depend on your platform and your build system. Blah blah blah. For procedure, don't care. Once you have ensured that you manually include the right headers, you should also add a line with bro, we're already doing fucking defines. To prevent the micro from trying to include the right headers. Okay. That's... wow. Wait. This doesn't crash everything, does it? Fuck. God damn it. Okay, so it includes the headers by itself. So why would I need to fuck with this? You go, you go, you go, you go underneath. We include everything by ourselves, actually. Wrong button. Okay. Now, SIGPipe does not install a signal handler for SIGPipe. On platforms where this is possible, it disables SIGPipe for its I/O operations. Other platform SIGPipe signals may be generated. I don't care actually, I'm gonna assume it works. Unsigned long. That's my long schlongo. Some platforms don't support long. Okay, can we be serious for a second? The fact that long is valid. Long. Wait, no, that's a song. C. The fact that that is a valid data type is insane. Okay. Okay, we have long with this, which is bigger than 32. Okay. But then we have long. You can also call it long int. Why? Bro, C, please fix your shit. What is this? The fact that we don't have consistent int types is fucking stupid. Okay, we got this part down. Now we have constant. What What is this? Note that will run automatically in background threads. Okay, I don't think I want to look at this right now. This is just a list. Structures, type definition, callback function, starting and stopping this. That seems important. Where is it? Init. Okay, yes. Function void mhd set panic function. Wait, these are the callbacks, no? No. Set a handler for fatal errors. Function to call if mhd encounters a fatal error. If no handler was set explicitly, mhd will call abort. Sure. I just want to get the minimal thing running, okay? Start daemon. I don't even know why we... This is stands for disk and execution monitor. Why would you call a C function? Oh no, the C function starting the daemon. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So, do I not have to init that? Seems like something I would need to do. Okay, no fucking examples for anything. Love it. Implementing external select, handling requests, building responses, flow control. Lib micro httpd basic server implementation. I just wanna... Why are you giving me the same fucking website? Bro. Okay, let's see what... Bro, these ads are back. The one where you have to pull the things and like this and it's always impossible. Oh, this one is actually not impossible. But yeah, you know what I mean, right? Why can I not scroll? Hello? Who made this website? Like... Okay, now I can scroll. Bruh. Required knowledge. Boring. 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 Oh, you can actually just install it. But not with the cool fucking flags. Download the source code. Linking library. Huh, I don't need to do that. That's interesting. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? Installing... Bro. What is this tutorial? We're doing it like from the basics. Project structure. Are we serious right now? Writing a make file, bro. I just want... Bro, we got the hello world going. It just took like 5 chapters. Okay. We include this. Now, standard lib string. Yes, I can do that. We have the standard lib. We have string. Brother. These websites, bro. Static int request handler. Callback function to handle the incoming. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna see if we can do it by ourselves. So we're gonna look at the callback function definition. And we're gonna look at what we want in the init. start, I mean. Unsigned int flags, short port. I also have a short port. Accept policy callback. I assume that's what it is. MHD request completed. Control F. Accept. Oh, that's the first one, bro. Reading is hard, okay? So we pass a custom value selected at callback registration time. Oh, this is where we pass whatever the fuck we want. Then we pass a socket address, which will include... Hold on. Need to think. Do I remember this? It includes like port address, stuff like that. Oh, and socket length T, address length. Length of the address information. Oh, I think that's size of the sock address struct. Okay. We will have to implement one of these, I assume. So, okay, that's... We're gonna have to call it something different now. Wait, what? Hold on. This is the return type. This would be the name of the function, right? We're gonna call it login handler. I am very creative. What does it do? I don't know that. Result, accept. Oh no, this is the accept handler. Holy shit. Let's see what the fuck they are doing. It's just the request handler. And it's a static int. Why? Static int request handler. Also, it has way more... That's something different than the accept handler. What the fuck? Hold on, what are we doing? Callback function request handler, and then we would have to pass the request handler as start daemon. Now if we look at wherever the fuck our start daemon is, this wants... Oh, it wants two different accept policy. Hold on, 1, 2, there's the third parameter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sir, what the fuck kind of function are you using? Use internal polling thread. I don't even know what that means. Let's go to the constants. Use internal polling thread. Run using internal thread doing select. I don't even know what that means. Maybe they will explain it. Excuse me. We are explaining makefiles, okay? We don't explain the actual code, which is probably generated by AI. Compile and run. No, we actually don't get any. No, okay, cool. 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 We're just gonna... If they use ChatGPT stuff, we're gonna use ChatGPT. Can I type? Hi. I want to implement a simple HTTP server in C with libmicro HTTPD. Please give me a step-by-step guide with explanations. Unusable explanations. Not like this, apparently. Okay, what are we getting? Did we just waste a ton of energy, or does it actually work? Here's a clear step-by-step guide. I'll walk you through setup, concepts, and a working example. Okay, never mind, I don't want to actually install it. Understand, client. Okay, your callback response. Ooh, interesting. Minimal server structure. The fuck is this? This is minimal? Okay. We're gonna do... Yeah, how about we do that? Hashtag define port to be 80. Okay, I'm gonna delete this shit. Don't care about it. Okay, got this. Static MHD result. Request handler. Okay, so we do need an actual huge fucking handler for this. Let's go through the main first. What each part does. Starts the HTTP server. Lib handles event loop. You can later switch to threads or epoch. That sounds based. Okay, so what are we doing? We will... we first need to struct mhd underscore. Yes. Okay. Daemon. So I think we don't actually have to handle anything weird ourselves. Looks like we basically just give the daemon a bunch of instructions and like the ability to, like the functions it needs to handle the stuff, and it will handle all the event loop shit and threading, everything. That sounds great. I like not doing stuff. Okay, we got the struct daemon. Strong. Then we do a bunch of cool stuff with that, apparently. What does it do? Let's see. We're gonna struct daemon. Cool. Can I get more info on this? Okay, apparently not. Well, yeah. Why would we need that? Am I right? There has to be. Is there not a chapter for this? Are they just gonna say that this exists? What is this documentation, bro? I'm losing it. What happens if I do man lib micro httpd? That's not a lot of info. No. That is sad. Okay. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, by the way, for anything I'm doing here, just spam the chat. I will probably notice. Okay, let's see. There's no way there's no... no info on the fucking structures. It is insane to me. MHD Damon. Why wouldn't... documentation? Oh. Oh, nice one. Cool. I guess we're gonna have to micro httpd.h. I guess we're gonna have to just go through the actual file, which already mhd underscore daemon paste. Not even... ooh, flags for the... that's not... get the struct daemon responsible. Is this it? No. Yes. No. It's not. What the fuck's the definition for this? Are we serious right now? Struct daemon pointer. This is a function. Bruh, okay. Nice one. Yeah, well, so not a lot of info on this. Wait, there's no way. Hello? Why does this not work anymore? Did I change the shortcut? Do I really have to do micro... actually have to... type it correctly. Which daemon manages this connection? Useful in case there are many daemons running. That is not anything I would call even remotely close to documentation. Hello? Do I have to run C tags on this? Git. What did I call it? This and API lib C tags. I don't think that did anything. I'll be real with you. Yeah, I don't think that did anything. If I had my bin properly set up, it would be so easy. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to... Oh, options. C-struct MHD daemon. Why is there... This is wild to me. MHD underscore daemon. That was not an underscore. Struct. I forgot to say. Struct. Is that... What? There has to be like maybe like a main or something. Test core platform. I assume this. Is there like a main? No. Daemon.c maybe? Oh, no, that's a function. Yeah. Not too much hope. MHD underscore daemon. Yeah, this is just a bunch of functions because we don't actually... Maybe the first result. No. Ah, well, internal. I assume. But it's not here. It just defines it. But it doesn't actually... set any contents for the struct. So I have no idea what it looks like. Struct MHD underscore daemon. That didn't work. Okay. That was not what I wanted to press, actually. I don't remember my shortcuts. PS, goddammit. Struct MHD underscore daemon. There's a tutorial. Why is someone telling me about these things? Test, chapters, examples. Holy, is there a lot of tests, girl? test daemon. Wait, we have examples. Why am I not opening one of these? Why am I asking ChatGPT? What is that? What am I doing? What's this? Minimal example. Oh, 149 of code. Actually not that much. Okay, what can we learn? Uh-huh. We write code. Struct daemon D. Struct handler parameters. Okay, cool. What are we actually doing with D? You know what I'm doing with my D? Start daemon. Okay, I don't know what ChatGPT has told me to do, because that is apparently not what you're supposed to do. Oh. I'm fucking stupid. This is a function. We're not... Please delete the last 20 minutes from your memories. Holy shit. Okay, my bad, my bad. Start... No. What was it called? Start daemon. What? Am I not in the correct... Okay, flags. MHD flag values. What kind of stuff do we have here, huh? So we have start daemon, then we have use internal polling thread, use error log, cool. What do they do? Use auto, use internal polling thread, use error log. I don't want the error log, I want select internally. Do I want that? Select... Nope, not like this apparently. I have to select underscore. Oh, this appears to have been entirely hallucinated by ChatGPT. Ooh! No flag. Use error log. Use TLS. Use thread per connection. Use internal polling thread. This is what I want. Good thing we are checking all this shit. Use dual stack. Don't care, actually. Use pedantic checks. My guy. Deprecated. No. Oh. Use poll instead of select. This allows socket with descriptors bigger than... Don't care. Use ePoll. Don't know what that means. Turbo. Enable optimizations to aggressively improve performance. Currently the optimizations this option enables are based on opportunistic reads and writes. Basically MHD will simply try to read or write or accept on a socket before checking that the socket is ready for I/O using the event loop mechanism. As the sockets are non-blocking, this may fail. But generally does this in situations where operation is likely to succeed. in which case performance is improved. Okay. I am convinced. I'm gonna order that. Use suppress date no clock. Suppress automatically adding the date header to responses. And do okay, this is for cache control. So we do need that. Use no listen socket. Run the HTTP server without any listen socket. Huh? This option only makes sense if add connection is going to be used exclusively to connect HTTP clients to the server. This option is incompatible with using in a thread pool. Okay. ITC, what is that? Inter-thread communication. This is required if an application use internal polling thread and then performs quiesce daemon, which eliminates our ability to signal termination via listen socket. In those modes, quiesce daemon will fail if this... Okay, I don't care. Allow suspend resume. Enabling suspend, I don't care. TCP fast open. What? Don't know what that means. TCP underscore fast open. We will see. Wikipedia. It's an extension to speed up the opening of successive TCP connections between two endpoints. Works by using a TFO cookie, a TCP option, which is cryptographic cookie stored on the client and set. When the client later reconnects, it sends the initial SYN packet along with the TFO cookie data. To authenticate itself, if successful, the server may start sending data to the client before the reception of the final acknowledged packet, thus skipping a round-trip delay and lowering latency in the start of data transmission. Sounds based. Found it. Holy, what is happening? Why am I so sleepy? Okay, now what else? What else? Allow? No, we do not have upgrades. Use auto. Automatically selects the best event loop style depending on the requested mode. Specific polling function. Don't we use that? I guess we're gonna... Oh, we have use internal polling thread. But the polling function is irrelevant. So we use auto too. Use post handshake authentication support. Don't care, this is TLS. Use insecure TL... No, don't care, this is TLS. So, okay, this works. I've decided. Then we have the port. Port to bind to, callback to call to check which clients will be allowed to connect. If you pass null, in which case connections from any IP will be accepted. Can we engine X list IPs? I feel like we need that. set up. Mm-hmm. What is happening? I think you can. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that for now. So also we might have a different way to do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that for now. Why did they release 2 chapters for my web novel simultaneously? A couple minutes apart. Interesting. Well, I have something to read tonight. So we have that set to null. APCLS also null. Then we have the default handler for all URIs. Then we have the extra arguments. Additional arguments are a list of options, type value pairs, terminated with MD option end. I don't even know what type that is. Even when there are no additional arguments. Return null on error. Handle to daemon on success. Okay. So we have our request handler, and that we will have to write. Yeah, we need to figure out not accept policy callback. That's not what we wanted. We want this. Right, access handler callback. Access underscore? No. Handler callback. Assume it's the first match, yes. So yoink. Also, I don't like the snake case, I'm gonna be real. Request handler. You also are. Oopsie. Request handler. Or why am I so slow in typing? This is terrible. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Yeah, we're gonna clean that up real quick. Okay, now we can actually see what we're doing. Isn't that nice? Now what does he have to do? Let's read. Invoked in the context of a connection to answer a request from a client. This callback must call MHD functions. Example, the MHD response wants to provide content to give back to the client and return an HTTP status code 200 for OK, for etc. Micro HTTP post. What? For details on how to code this callback. Post? What? Oh, that seems relevant. Post process. I actually just want to get processor, but you know. Do we also have get? Watch me hack. That's not it, okay. Must return. Yes, if the connection is handled successfully. No, if the socket must be closed due to a serious error. I don't make any errors. Custom value selected at callback registration time. URL requested by the client. Oh shit, I'm getting the URL directly. Method. Oh, I'm getting everything split up. Yo, dude. I can just do string compare. That sounds amazing. So, can I just... hold on, how do you want to do this? A URL method version. I don't care about the version, I think. Upload data, don't care about that part. Upload data size, also don't care about that. Okay. We just want URL method. If they send me a GET request to a link, I will respond. And that will work. I kind of want hand tracking because I'm gesturing the whole time I'm talking. Seems like something. Okay, let's see if... That was not what I wanted to press. I wanted to do this. Man, string, compare. Found it. Okay, we have string 1 and string 2. The string compare function compares two strings. The locale is not taken into account. Don't care, we are doing URLs, this should be ASCII. The comparison is done using unsigned characters. Cool. 0 if they are equal, negative. Okay, I don't care about that. So this needs to be 0. If string compare of what kind of URL are we actually getting? Either string compare, right, yes, to somewhere. No? Really? This guy does string compare, I believe. Method get? Yeah, bro, I want the fucking... Okay, so first we check if we have a get, and then we don't care about the URL. You're funny. You're funny. First we check the URL. If string compare, do we have to check the URL? We can just make all of this via Nginx, no? Would that be sensible? You're a nerd? What? That's Vim? Yeah, that's Vim. No, it's technically NeoVim. But... same thing, you know? Technically not the same thing. But let's be real. I'm calling it with Vim, so okay. It's functionally the same. So... I don't want to do string compare if Nginx is already doing that. No? I'm just gonna send the fucking response. You just always get a yes. SNT, add extra complexity. Yeah, no, complex, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna tell Nginx if you go to this URL, ping this program. If this URL, ping this program. We just have the program running for every different API endpoint. That sounds reasonable, right? Do never respond on first call. Why? What? create response from buffer static. So destroy response. Okay, I think we need to do the same thing, no? So what kind of thing is a response? MHD response. Can I do that inside of the function? That would allocate memory on the stack though, that's pretty cheap. I don't know how big it is. How big is MHD response? Can't be that big, right? I'm just gonna do it on the stack, fuck it. So struct, typing is hard, struct mhd underscore response. Oh, it's a struct pointer. Because we create the response. Ah, never mind. Yeah, this doesn't matter. Oh no, yeah, well, pointer is 64 bit, so response. It's not. Oh yeah, actually we do have to create a response for everything, since we have multiple connections. Okay, and then we want to oh, and we want hello. Oh, I need to get used to typing again. Enum mhd underscore results. This is our return value. Unused silent compiler warning. Oh, that's fire. That's what I'm gonna do too. Hold on, URL. We also do the same thing with method based. Based ignoring compiler warning. Actually, no, we're not ignoring the compiler warnings. We're doing this deliberately so that so that it doesn't throw any warnings, and we can actually pay attention to the important ones. Okay, you always rationalize your fucking stupid code. Okay, always have some bullshit excuse for it. It's important. In case management asks. Response equals create response from buffer static. Brother, we are entering Java territory with these function names. MHD create response from buffer static. Okay. Let's see our response. Oh, that's actually param response page. Kind of param. What is handler parameter? That's not it. Oh, struct handler param. Oh, these are the values we give from the when it gets called. Yeah, no, I don't want to deal with that. I don't need that actually. Hold the fuck up. Right, we're not there yet. Don't care about that part yet. So, we're gonna create response is not here. Response. Handle for a response. Based. Create post processor. That's not what we want. What is response? I don't think that's what we want to use, is it? Stop daemon result. No, run. Run web server operations. Method should be called by the clients. No. Run from select. Gives you sets of ready socket ends. Add connection. We might have to check out the documentation again. What else do we have? Building responses. Ooh. Enqueuing and creating. Enqueue. I probably need to create one before I enqueue it, right? Why is it? Bro, this documentation is kinda lost. MHD create response from callback. No. From file descriptor. From pipe. From file descriptor. From buffer. Create a response object. Response object can be extended with header information. Then it can be used any number of times. Oh. Wait, no. Hold on. Then I don't want to do it like this. I wanna do dumb shit. Hold on. I'm gonna do dumb shit. Okay, so this guy is getting... Hold on, where's my response? Login response. Why is this? Who makes code with spaces, bro? This is some stupid shit. Bro, what is this? Can I fix this, please? Replace 4 spaces with \t for everything. Thank you. Okay, of course this is now fucked. Oh, I know what to do. And we will just simply do unused silent Compiler warning. Warning. Yes. Why does it look wrong? I saw you spell warning. Weird. So we have the login response over here, correct? And hold on, we need to init dhcls is a void pointer. Cool. So I want to give you the login response, and I first have to create it, of course. Login response. Now we look at how we create it. Response from data. Create a response object from buffer instead. From buffer, what do we have? Size of the data portion of the response. Data itself. Memory management options for buffer. Response mem persistence, the buffer is static. Buffer is heap allocated and should be freed by MHD, and MHD must copy if the buffer is in transient memory. Yes. If we just create a string, that's transient memory. I assume we want to do it from buffer, right? That way we get a char pointer. Oh, example. Statically adequate string char pointer data. Struct connection something something. Response from buffer string length. Yes, okay. I am not stupid then. That's how we do it. So we're gonna oh fuck. That's not what I wanted to press. Nothing happened. Nice. Would you look at that? I don't think I can do that, can I? Yeah, I think that's not built for that. I want to go up and up actually, and up actually, and up again. Static index. Somewhere here we have our button. And what we want to do is constant char pointer bam bam bam, or we call this data. Yes, I am very smart. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, okay. Bro, I'm still used to my old Vim bindings. And delete this. Click it. And get this also in line. doesn't have to look pretty. Oh, I should probably get at least one \n in there, you know. So what we want to do is do this. Also, this is persistent, yes. So we're gonna delete all this. Gonna actually do this. Okay, now this should... No, actually I want this also here. And then I want to do it funny like this. I like doing my stuff like this. Okay, so now that we have the response, we give the response. Oh. If login response null, just return, right? We don't actually allocate anything before this. Yeah, you just return 1, I guess. You actually return 0, in case you didn't know that. And you start the daemon. Huh. Where were we? Right. Response will now be... Oh boy, why do we have a pointer to a pointer? Let's see, we have a pointer to that, so we want this to be con_cls. Yeah, no, right? Yes, I think so. Feel like, yeah. Enqueuing response. Okay, queue a response to be transmitted to the client as soon as possible, but only after access handler callback returns. This function checks that it is legal to queue a response at this time for the given connection. It also increments the internal reference counter for the response object. The counter will be decremented automatically once the response has been transmitted. Destroy response. Deploy a response object and associated resources. Note that may keep some of the resources around the responses. Explanation of reference counting. What does destroy do? Destroy the object. Oh, but of course we don't want that because we have one persistent object, right? Right. I know what I'm doing, trust me guys. So we want whatever the fuck this is. No, hold on. We actually want this. Okay. I forgot. So we have... Where's the... Let's see, what do we have? Struct mhd connection. Now where do we get that? Oh, we get that up there. So this is just... What am I doing? Someone send help. Oops. Oops. Yeah, like this, right? Yeah. We give them the connection. Status code. HTTP status code 204. Okay. Yep, that's what we want. C3W 200. Is there no like constant stat? No, okay. So we're just gonna write 200 apparently. Response to transmit. That, my friend, is response. D3W. Okay. Actually. And we can do our return value equals to that because this returns a result. And then we can return return value. Okay. That works. So now we have this. Now why do we have this weird thing in the last? Oh, you can pass as many arguments as you want. That's funny. And then at the end you always have to pass MHD option end. Bro, C sometimes is a really fucking... why can you pass multiple parameters? I get that it makes things easier, like printf or something, but what the fuck? Okay. I can't spell. Standard lub. Okay, now we're getting some actual shit. Passing argument 2 of MHD create response from buffer discards counts console from pointer target type. Oh, because we have a char constant char, and when we pass that to create the response, it's not it doesn't expect a constant return value, so let's just fix that. Oh no, wait, that will just... we will have to do it like this. Char pointer. I think that will work. It was also complaining about some buffer stuff. What was it complaining about? Void pointer is, but argument is of type. Oh. So. Are we serious? Bro. So this is not a char pointer, but a void pointer. I can live with that. Oh, daemon is set but not used. That's weird. We should really be using it down here. Okay, we are. Oh, yeah. We probably actually need to start a server that... yeah, that kind of makes sense, not gonna lie. Holy shit, there are no bots in Kick Chat so far. Well, except for the one at the start. That's some insane progress. Usually we have like... Bro, like 3 days ago we had one guy. What was he called? He was like own kick, like own underscore kick underscore, then like 4 random characters and he had like 1,000 different accounts. So I banned one, the next one came. I banned the next one. Bro, that was so stupid. I now have auto moderation for whatever YouTube link he spammed in my chat. So if he changes the message, I'm fucked. This is quite the easy workaround. Okay, let's see what else do we got. Start daemon. That's what we just had, yes. That's quiesce. Definition. I don't know what the fuck that word is, bro. To be silent. As a letter. To have no sound. So I can shut the demon up. Stop accepting connections. Oh. Stop daemon. Result. Run. Run web server operations without blocking unless client callbacks. This method should be called by clients in combination with get fd set if client control select method is used. The function will work. Okay. I assume I just have to call this now. So we go down here. Daemon. Wait, what does it expect? A pointer? We have a pointer. Run. Okay. Here, print f died. Oh. I don't know. Or did I just press? Oh, that didn't work. Request unrefined to queue response. Why? Create response from buffer. What? Oh, I need to link it. What did this website say? Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. That did not work. In case you haven't noticed. What? Where the fuck did we install to? Where does this install to? Let's run config.status. config.status. Let's check how they want me to compile this. There's to be something about compiling in here, right? Right. Control F. Compiling. No, that's not it. That's how you compile a library. But I wanna compile with the library. Cool story, bro. But do they have some weird shit in their make file here? The include. What did ChatGPT tell me? Not a lot. -L micro HTTPD. Let's just ignore the include. Hello, login. Why? Oh shit, I probably have lib micro HTTPD. I probably have only the dev version, right? Which, no, hold on, that shouldn't. Is there a difference? Well, this time we just got a seg fault. So, progress, I guess. Yeah, that's not really helping, I'm gonna be honest. Let's see, where do we get seg fault? Just gonna do the classic printf debugging. One. Zero. 2. Compile. And we get the error when we try to run it. That's interesting. Are we using some weird use internal polling thread? Use auto. How do we get a seg fault? How the fuck do I debug run? That's kind of annoying. I said some weird shit in here. Request handler. I'm not fucking that part up, do I? That might actually be a problem. Request and oh no, callbacks is it? Callbacks. Access handler. Ooh, he wants a function pointer. Oh. Isn't This guy also, no, he has just the result and then he gets the pointer afterwards. What are these guys doing? Just normal function. Get the pointer afterwards. Are we testing if we might not get an actual daemon? Should probably test this now. Daemon, no, return 1. Oh, actually, in that case... No, never mind. I'm good with that. But, run. Oh, we don't get an actual daemon. Okay, so we figured that part out. Why? We don't get actual error codes, so that's annoying. Use internal polling thread. Have I eaten too little? Is that why I have a headache? Bro, sometimes it's... ADHD just fucks you up. How much calories did I eat today? Hold on. 500 for breakfast. Oh, and like 800 maybe for dinner. So we're at 1300. Yeah, I probably need to eat something. Holy shit. What's my basic? Like 2000? I'm 700 short. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna eat a pack of ramen tonight. It's a classic. What time do we eat? Whenever my body starts shaking and I remember, oh shit, I need to eat. Usually drinking. That's when you didn't drink for the whole day and you just don't feel great. And you just didn't remember that you didn't drink. Amazing time all around. Okay, so apparently something about this doesn't work. So we're gonna just start deleting random shit. Use internal polling thread. Didn't work. Actually, hold on. I don't think we should do it this way. That sounds fucking stupid. Use internal polling thread. Run 1 thread per connection. Yeah, no, hold on. Will run automatically if in background threads only if this is used. Otherwise, we must use run. So we don't want to use that, apparently. What else did I use? Something with auto. Best loop style polling function depending on the mode. MHD flex functions available on platform. Application doesn't have requirements. Finding specific polling function is recommended to use this flag. We're using this flag in the recommendation spec based. Okay, anything above Linux 3.6, aren't we on Linux 6 or something? Kernel.org. No, we're almost at Linux 7. So we're gearing up for Linux 7. What else could be the issue? How do I debug this? Like, hello? Options for the MHD daemon. Note that will run automatically. May also fail if a particular option is not implemented or not supported. Support greatly depends on the options given during compilation. So that's not what I wanted to type. Let's see. Let's start with this. Ain't no way that automatic configuration. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what? Why are you failing? Why is you stupid? Are you stupid? Why are you stupid? What are we getting from? Ah, shit. I need... Init, is it this? Start daemon? To set panic funk. Wait, this should... Huh? Will run automatically in the background threads only if that is used. Otherwise, caller application must use mhd run. Okay, let's ignore the auto. Just do this and maybe do port some weird fucking number. Like 2204. Died. I don't think this should be dying, brother. Why are we dying? I am concerned. Shouldn't we have a web server that's, you know, running? Okay, that's init run. What do we get from run? Run web server operations. This function will work for external browser. Oh. External, you may want... I know what might be a problem. Hold on. See, they have like a example somewhere here, right? Yes. Okay, we start the daemon, use thread per connection. Do some weird shit over here. Give them AHC echo. Can you hear my when I scratch my beard? No. Oh, that's sad. Okie dokie. Page. The fuck is page? Oh. Give a string. And if the demon is now, we return. Otherwise, we get the standard in. Okay, I think I know what to do. Watch this. While one. Didn't think of that one, did you? Okay. Check this out. Now we trap it. And now we curl localhost at our port. That did not work. Actually, when you send the response, please also do print f sending \n. Okay. Now we try it again. Sending. Oh shit. So we're getting an empty reply, which is not ideal. But we're getting a reply. So why do we get not what we want? Define page. Okay, this guy's just doing fuck is he doing? Oh, just an HTML page. I don't know why he doesn't use strings for that. Who knows? Just he gives the page. So he does stuff. If get first time response, create response from buffer, string length, void, memory persistent, queue response, connection. Oh, this is actually a code I can use instead of 200. That's what I like. But for some reason he doesn't like. So response is he creates it himself. But we have. Oh no, void CLS is the thing, right? What am I doing? Right, void CLS, hold on. Callback. CLS custom value, yeah. Okay. My bad, guys, my bad. Fucking genius, bro. Holy shit. Call me a god. What now? Right, hold on, I got this. So we need to close this. There's a bunch of shit in here. So what we will do is now we will... Oops. Download. Get the link. We will... Nope. This shell. We do need root, yes. And when we are in our server, oh, site, yes, we will. Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff. Now we need to install libmicro thing. Is ChatGPT telling me how I can do that? No. Are they telling me how I can do that properly? I want it from source. Okay, configure sudo. Okay, that's what they is. Yeah. So we will wget this. Cool. Where is it? Where is it? That's not what I wanted to get. Oh, I'm stupid. This is what I want to get. Wget dash... No, not dash 4. I want a server. Bro, this is actually a problem. I don't have an IPv6 address because my IPS just says nah. So every time I want to do anything, I have to do like the ping dash 4 to use IPv4. What the fuck? Is it 2026 and I still don't have an IPv6 address? Dash X to extract, V to see everything, F for the file named lib. There we go. Latest. Libmicro. Actually, fuck this. Apt search libmicro httpd. What? libulfius? The fuck is that? Okay, I assume we need this. Apt, I'm not root. Apt install this. That's probably easier. I don't know what that is compiled with. So if it doesn't include threads or something, we need to do it the hard way. But so far we don't need to do that, I think. Yeah, fuck that. I don't know what config.log is. I think I want rsync. No. Rsync. Oh, actually. -- delete. So now why did I sync the architecture being who cares? API. So what we will now do is gcc-w all login.c -o login.out shit, forgot the name. Micro HTTPD. Nah, ain't no way. Bro, remembering names. Oh, it's correct. I am in God. Holy shit. Okay, this guy will go to user. Local nginx conf. Here we will change the nginx.conf. In the way where we want the proxy path to this. Ayo, already working. nginx-s reload for safety. Okay. We run login.o and we go to this. Actually, no, we don't go to this. We go to API/login. Clicked. Haha. It fucking works. Okay, my first web server. That works. I love it. Is there any problem with having one separate process for every API endpoint? I mean, I could do everything in one, but is that wise, you know? Actually, it might be wise. That would keep the nginx conf clean. I wouldn't have 200 different processes. I think that's the right word. Okay, so now we click on login. It changes to clicked. Isn't that amazing? Okay, now we need to figure out. Good question. What do we need to figure out? I kind of need a database for users, right? Right. But I also want think I want the users to be in RAM because I need to reference which user has which session cookie, right? Ask ChatGPT. I want my website to have users. Okay. I want them to... No, fuck it. I need to know which what do I actually need to know? I need to know which user sent a specific, or which user sent me the incoming get request. How would I go about excuse me, about that? Question mark. That's not a... That's exclamation point. What information you actually get. In your request handler, you receive URL/profile, method get, headers via API, connection info. But none of this inherently identifies the user. At best you can get IP address, weak, unreliable, headers like user agent, not unique. So I need authentication and session tracking. So far, so reasonable. Okay, the standard solution. Session via cookies. This is how most websites work. Yeah, that's how I heard people use it. For user logs in post/login, server verifies credentials, generates a session ID, the server set cookie, session ID equals something. Browser automatically sends it back on every request. How to read cookies in libmicro HTTPD. Also, HTTPD is a really annoying name. Is there any way we can pronounce this that doesn't sound like I'm insane? Okay, so user constant char cookie. Look up connection value. Connection. And MHD header kind. Cookie. Huh. Okay, cool. You might get session something theme dark. That's the string, right? This is not working C code. I don't know what the fuck this is trying to tell me. Extract the session ID. You need to parse it manually. Session ID. Okay, cookie. Exclamation mark equals null. Scan scanf. Session ID equals. Okay. Now session ID equals ABC123. Store session on the server. I need something that, yeah, that stores sessions and usernames. a simple array hash map database production. Okay. Identify user in GET request. That's not a problem. Setting a cookie and login response. Don't go. So we can just send a normal string logged in. That sounds weird. Add a response header. Oh, that goes into the header. That's interesting. Path. You can have a folder structure for cookies. That's funny. That's funny. Oh no, that's... Is it? I don't know. Alternative approaches URL parameters. That sounds fucking insane. I'm just gonna write $user equals Alex, and now all of them have admin rights based. Authorization header. Bearer ABC123. What does that mean? Lookup connection value, connection authorization. IP address. For a real website, implement a login system and generate random session IDs. Store sessions server-wide. Use cookies to track users. Expire sessions after time. Store sessions server-wide. Generate random session. Yeah. Okay. Security notes important. Use random session IDs. Never trust client input. Use HTTPS. Yes. HTTP only. Secure. Why? Does he mean HTTPS only? Who knows? Session manager. Okay, let's say I have a database of users. Hello? Let's not the apostrophe, and let's say I have a database of users. I think looking up the session IDs for every request is expensive. So it is expensive to have session IDs bound to people in the database, I feel like. So we should probably pull session IDs out of it, keep them in RAM, but we should also give them back 2 RAM, if that makes sense. So... Oh! I can check if they're connected in chat. If they are, they get pulled in. If they disconnect, they get deleted. Sounds reasonable, maybe. That way I would have shared memory where all the current users are in. And then I would have... Oh boy. So, let me draw this out. Yeah, this model doesn't work anymore. We have decided on another one. So let me get a pen, let me get some cool colors. Red is good. So we have over here, we have our normal API. I think you call it REST API, right? REST API. And over here we got our chat API. And then we have some shared memory where this puts in all of the new messages, and this pulls out and distributes all of the new, that's an N, messages. Okay, then we also have a... Oh, we have 2 databases actually. One database, second database. So this is the user database, and this is the chat history, right? Okay. This REST API just puts in all of the new messages. I just want to save them. What we do with them, we'll figure out later. But I feel like you should have some chat history, right? That feels like important. Maybe. Then the... Ooh. Oh, right. This will read older, no, missed messages. Missed messages on reconnect. And then we have the user database, which this thing will give us the new, that's a capital U, users. Okay, no one can read anything because of my impeccable handwriting. Okay, you don't need cryptography if your handwriting is bad enough. Excuse me. Okay. I promise, bro, architecture sometimes looks like the, you know, the schizo image where the guy is, it's like all the whole wall is plastered with pages, like red string running from like the pins and the pages like everywhere. Like this is what it looks like to do architecture, I feel like. So now we want the users which are currently in chat, right? So the users which are currently in chat, I feel like we want to have those in RAM. Like we're not storing a lot, it's just a string. Right. Actually, if you have like a big streamer with 20k people, you could, let's calculate that. A string, what's the average username? Let's say 20 characters, we're pessimistic. Okay, 20 characters times 20,000. We're at, help me do math over here, 400,000. Plus like 4 for everyone. So plus another 80,000, so 480,000, which would be 480 kilobytes. Yeah, never mind, this is nothing. We can hold that in RAM. So if we have the, oh, hold on. What happens if my chat API is on a different server though? Then the shared memory doesn't work anymore. Well, I guess then we would have to figure something different out. I don't care right now. Just use more threads. Use more cores. Forehead. Okay, so shared memory. So I kind of want all the users that are currently maintaining a connection over here to be also in another shared memory. Or I guess in the same one but different section. Who cares? I'm just gonna make another one to make it clear. Shared memory. So this guy will get over here the active users and will also pull them back out. That way our REST API should be able to try to search for the hash within the shared memory. Right? So if you're logged in, it will pull you from the database into the shared memory. And once you log out, it will now once you lose connection, it will pull you out. Or once you log out. Ooh. We're adding a little bit of complexity here. I don't know if I want that. I want to keep it simple, but the user database seems to be expensive. Let's ask ChatGPT if there are any common solutions for this. Save database of users, I think looking up is expensive. Are there any common solutions for this? Okay, you should not be hitting your main database for every request. Based. Practice, the problem is already well solved. Nice. Let's go through the common approaches and what people actually do in production. Bro, as someone who has never done web development, this AI shit, very helpful. It's just telling me, where's my... God damn it, that's why I made the farting noises. I swear. When I don't sit on a towel, the leather of this chair just makes the worst noises known to man. Okay. The standard solution. At least not the final solution. Instead of request, session ID, query user database every time. Fast session store, user info. Okay. Standard solution, in-memory session store. How it works, you keep the sessions in memory. Okay, what happens if I restart the server though? Just everything dies? That would be funny, everyone just has to log back in again. You keep sessions in memory. Session user ID time expires. Do I have to keep the time? Does the browser keep the time? I don't want to keep the time, that sounds annoying. Store them in hash table, best. Array, simple but slow. Now lookup is O of 1 instead of a database query. Yeah, if you don't use the array hash table. If you use the hash table, yes. They also require a lot of memory, I feel like. A lot of memory. Don't know if I'm comfortable with that. Oh no, we just did the calculation right. Who cares? Yes, cool story. Use a hash table, very important. And C, don't never use linear lists for anything, bro. That is insanely inefficient. UT hash, very popular single header library. Or your own hash map. Cool. Cool. Industry approach. Can I... Right, can I not just... Hold on. I have a really bad idea. My hash table is just a session ID. That's what I use for the hash ID. Then I just need to figure out how big to make the hash table. There have to be methods for that, right? Just like oh wait, yeah, I can do that. Hold on. This would be way more efficient than whatever the fuck these people are thinking about. So let's say... Oh shit, hold on. 32 to the power... No. 2 to the power of 32 minus 1 kilobit megabit. Okay, so 4 gigabytes. That sounds like a lot. that would be an insane... What if I fake being a nerd for clout? Do you get clout for that? Also, I feel like if you fake being a nerd long enough, you will just become a nerd. This is... No. Ah. Unlucky then, I guess. Yeah, if you fake being... You know, fake it till you make it, but the problem is, if you fake it too long, you will just become whatever you're trying to fake. Me faking to be a good person, giving food to the poor, sending medical supplies to war zones and stuff. Like, eventually it's just, you faked it too hard, bro. No, it's easy faking a nerd. You just have to read stuff and remember stuff and practice it. Yeah, the thing that makes you the nerd. Yeah, bro, I've just been faking being a nerd, bro. I don't actually know anything, okay? I just forget everything the moment I stop faking it. Actually, you could probably fake being a nerd. Are conspiracies people who fake being conspiracy theorists people who fake being nerds? Because they don't actually know anything. They have some wild fucking theories with no logical anything. And they pretend to be like knowledgeable about whatever they're talking about. I blended so well into their crowd, I even use Linux and have servers and stuff. Yeah, same dude. Imagine being a nerd, couldn't be me. When it's fucking nerds around me, trying to tell me that my servers are not correctly configured. How big to make hash map? Hash map, no. Oh god, not hash maps. No, listen, I'm gonna do the fucking GigaChat hash map, okay? I'm gonna have struct, right? Struct. And it's gonna have the sesh. It's gonna have actually uint 64-bit session ID, okay. Then it's gonna have the how do you do constant char pointer user name, okay. That's gonna be what goes into the hash map. Then I'm gonna be the fucking genius of hash maps, where I'm just gonna take the I'm just gonna have like an array, right? I'm gonna take the first like, I don't know, 16 bits, maybe, yeah, 16 bits of the session ID, and that is my index in the array. And that's how you do it. Okay, very simple. Then you just have to check if it's actually the full UN64 or if someone is trying to spoof the session IDs. And I don't actually have to have a hash. I just have to generate random values and check if they're already taken. Let's see if we have 16 bits. 16 to the power... No, I'm stupid. 16 to the power... 2 to the power of 16 minus 1. How many users are gonna be in one chat at a time, realistically? I mean... Seems reasonable, right? So we're just gonna take the first 16 bits and that's what we call hash maps, actually. Don't mind my conspiracy charts. Okay, that's how it's supposed to look, apparently. Anyone have any good recommendations for databases? This is the first time I'm doing any web dev stuff, so I heard SQL is used, but I have no idea. I'm writing C if that helps. ChatGPT is probably gonna tell me I have to use any recommendations for a database. Yes, choosing database is important, blah blah blah. Do I need simple storage? I don't know what that is. SQLite if it's a mini one. Like from... What do you mean by mini one? Like the amount of data you store? Or the like amount of tables you have? MariaDB if it's a medium, and then SQL full if it's large. Complexity. So like the amount of tables you have, I assume. Because I just want consult this sketch. Okay. Oh, that's not complexity. Okay. I was wrong. Is it the amount of entries? I don't know. So basically what I want to have is a user database where I store all the users and passwords and stuff. I don't know what goes into that. I haven't checked yet. And like a chat history with the chat message and the username and the timestamp. Complexity of the data query. Oh shit. Hold on. I got this. Complexity is probably what I'm gonna be querying the most is anything above a certain timestamp in the chat history. So that would be like what? Select everything from chat history with timestamp greater than timestamp. Like a simple data query would be select something from DB. A complex one would be select from multiple tables using... Yeah, okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. Do I look like I can do that? It was high school CS, okay? That was a long time ago. I forgot all about that. If I can't represent it with a simple array, I'm out. SQLite, okay. Let's see. SQLite. 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 How do you pronounce that? It's a C language library based. Okay. Small, fast, self-contained, high reliability, fully featured database engine. It's most used. Is built into all mobile phones and most computers and come bundled inside counters, blah blah blah. source code is public domain. SQLite. What does it actually stand for? SQL. I forgot to add Wikipedia. Structured query language. Oh, right. I knew that at some point. Damn, I really forgot all the fucking database stuff, didn't I? So now we have a decision to make. It's just gonna be a single database file in your solution that will slowly grow over time. Super easy to back up and stuff. Oh, that sounds nice. Backups are always great. I love backups because I randomly delete shit all the time. Okay, this is what it currently looks like. Don't worry about the design. I'm gonna ask an artist to do colors because holy shit, I don't know what to do. But basically, we have the login button over here. We have a register button. We have a chat, and we're gonna have like a form to like a send button with like a, do you call it form? I call it form. And basically that's all the API I'm gonna use. Most games use SQLite for stuff like inventory and shit. That does make sense, doesn't it? How would I do that? I feel like I would always keep that in memory, no? Or do they use that because SQLite has like automatic backup functions in the case of crashes and stuff? That would make sense. Oh, also what I want to try out. Let's go to this one. Actually, let's do it here. Hello, type, thank you. API login C. I want to actually yep. Comma URL, that should be a string. Async and GCC. Run that. Most games, oh yeah, I already read that. So now, what was I doing? Right, I wanted to see what, okay, it gives me the whole string. I didn't know what I actually got from Nginx. That is good to know. So that way I can structure stuff. Moment when it's sleepy time and you are in bed and your boss texts you about the thing not working despite the fact I said it would be live and working tomorrow, and 22:30 is in fact not tomorrow. Why is your boss texting you at this time? Please tell me you have like an actual, like in your contract, on-call clause. Also, why would it be starting? Nope, okay, well that's an ignore for me, dude. Thing not working, yeah. I mean, if you said tomorrow, it's not tomorrow. No? It is in fact today. What was I gonna do? Right. So to do the login, we actually need the user database first, right? I'm not losing it. I feel Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Like he knows the pipeline runs at 3 o'clock. Wait, you have updates at 3 o'clock? That's a method. That's not even updating Friday evening, that's updating Sunday, when everyone is out. Like, what do you do if it fails while updating? Do you just have a guy who's there at night? Is that standard practice? A lot of our automation runs in the middle of the night. I mean, if it's for like a test server, that seems okay. Otherwise, I don't trust automation. Like, I do trust it more than humans, but I don't trust it to run on its own, you know? Deploys, runs tests, and then if the test fails, reload. Ah, okay, so there are fallbacks. So that's better. Not entirely what I would do, but I get it. Wait, why is he asking you at 22:30 if it's every day at 3? Hold on, you guys want some ASMR? I need to refill my water bottle. Okay, you can't actually hear this getting filtered out. That's so sad. We have 81 tests in the current solution, and yeah, no idea why. 81 tests, bro. That's like... You do web development stuff or something like that, right? Something like live service. No? Oh. Why do we have deployments then? We run a school. Oh. Okay, yeah, that doesn't matter if it goes down. Who cares? The amount of times I try to sign up for anything like exams or stuff, or wanted to check my grades or print some documents, like, oh yeah, we're actually down from like Friday to like Sunday night or something, or sometimes just in the middle of the week. Just funny at some point. Okay, hold on, I wanted to get some documentation over here. Oh, also what did ChatGPT say? Probably told me to... Oh, SQLite, nice. We have a very neat system for exam cheating detection. What? How would you detect that? Isn't that something the people who correct the stuff have to detect? Or is it like multiple choice detection? Also, how many false flags did that give? Documentation, I found it. Programming interfaces. In 5 minutes or less, that sounds based. Download the code. Can I do? Watch this, guys. Apt search SQLite. fuck. That's way more than I wanted. SQLite 3. What? How? Help about? Is there like a version? No. What? I can't go over 281 terabytes? That is way too restrictive. Well, yes, but also we have to overwatch the people. Don't use AI tools. Can you actually detect AI? I feel like that's not really a thing, right? Like all the major big tech companies are actually, like YouTube especially, they are drowning in AI slop, and they're trying to get like any way to fight back against that. You throw your PC into a pie hole with 80k plus domains and IPs blocked, including every DNS server known to man, so you are forced to use our DNS and go through the pie hole. And if a teacher suspects the person used AI, we check your logs. Oh, so you write in class. I thought about like essays or something. That's a widely invasive system. Right, could I get around that? Hold on. Throw your PC into a pie hole. I mean, you keep logs of all the activity, like which IPs you ping, I assume. Wait, doesn't that only work if you're in the school network, though? That seems... Or do we have like school laptops? That... I don't know how this works. Yo, I heard that at least in Canada, schools are requiring Chromebooks. Why in the fuck would you ever buy a Chromebook? Yes, and not being in the school network during exam is considered cheating, same with VPN. Oh yeah, that makes sense. So... if... Wait, hold on. Supposed to use our DNS. 80k plus domains. Use your own laptop and we don't see anything but your DNS requests. Do direct IP addresses go through DNS? I actually don't know. If I just type in an IPv4 address up here, it's nothing more than ISP can see. I don't. That seems counterintuitive, no? Like, I know the IP address for this one. I can look up the IP address for everything. Like, I can just ping chat gpt.com, I guess. So if I just learn this. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know about this. Ooh, okay, that changes things. That makes it harder, but you might be able to do like your own server. There's always ways to get around it, but I mean, you're already doing probably everything you can. Also, if you can bring your own laptop, teaching finance students, okay. Never mind. Everything I just said, never mind that. We can internally in IT call them smart enough. Yeah. Dude, have you heard about this? You can just run it on your laptop if you want. I don't even need any internet for this. Oh, they updated the website. Interesting. Yeah, at some point, like, the cheating is more effort than... what's Llama's LM Studio? Yeah, that sounds like something similar. Any tools for internal local LLM? Yeah, at some point you just have to... I don't know. You have to kind of work with the tools that are provided, you know? Which I'm in computer engineering, so we are allowed to use non-graphical calculators. But at some point, what are we doing? Like, is this really how we want to test the future engineers? Whether they can write math on paper? Like, the basics, yes, okay, we need the basics, but I once had to do an actual, like, neural network folding operation on paper in an exam. What the fuck are we doing? I had one prof who was like, listen, you can bring anything you want as long as it doesn't have internet. So that included full tower PCs. So one guy showed up, carted in 2 monitors and a tower PC. So, I mean, I assume he passed. It was like a C programming class, basically. So you could test your code if it compiles and stuff. Also, I remember when ChatGPT 3, I think, it was the first one that was actually pretty good, right? When that came out, every time we had an exam, the profs, like most of the profs would come in the front and like, okay, so this is the exam, right? This many questions, you get this many points. I ran it by ChatGPT. He got this grade, so good luck. And every time we would like have the ChatGPT comparison. We're like, oh yeah, he just barely passed this, that's gonna be a tough one. Again, we wanted to detect and catch as many cheaters without forcing students to have some invasive software installed on their laptop. This way you don't, as a student, even notice you're in the exam VLAN, and when the exam is over, your user is thrown back into the default student one. Oh, there's a different... there are 2 different networks for this. That's nice. Damn, that's some sophisticated IT setup you guys got there. Do you usually have... Like, are most of your exams with laptops, or are these like 2 or 3 exams and you have to do all the work for just those? That would be funny. And just like one professor who has 2 exams and he's just the only one requiring this. SQLite.c. Wait, I wanted the documentation, right? Get a copy pre-built binaries with a download page. Okay, yeah, 3. That's the one I want. The command line interface. It's a simple command line program that accepts SQL input text, passes it through the SQLite database engine core to be executed. That's the manual stuff, right? Write programs. That's TCLSH. What the fuck is that? Yep, at 3 o'clock this day's exam students are thrown into the exam. We done automatically, and then for each exam the system starts a timer until end of exam and throws them out of the group. Ah. Today's exam students from the student schedule system. Ooh, that's funny. Interesting system. I don't know how like, it makes sense. You can't have any chat programs or something for outside help, right? It's a system of my own design and I hate it. You are the alchemist. You are trapped inside your own design. Yeah. Huh. Honestly, for exams, I don't know how I feel about AI. Like, I know how it works in my major. Like, if let's say I have to write a paper, right? I just do a project and then I write the paper about what I did. So cheating from AI is just not really a thing, because I actually have to have a project, you know? So, but I don't know what you would do in, like, chemistry. Maybe you can do that. The humanities, philosophy, like, that's just writing, right? I don't know how you can detect any, like, cheating by AI. Because there it would kind of be cheating, because you could have the AI write all of your stuff. Whereas an engineer actually, well, you can have the AI build your project for you, I guess. That does seem to work, but it's a bit different, I would say, because I actually have to create something. And if you use AI in the process, that's kind of fine. So, yeah. In order to get a schedule, it fucking needs to mimic browser input and navigate the schedule website. Because these... Bruh. That's not even like an API for that. I know that for my university, I wanted to pull the calendar with like just CalDev or something in my into my calendar apps, right? Apparently I just can't do that, so now I have to log in to look at when the fuck my exams are every time, which is really annoying, but luckily it's not that many, so I can just write them into other calendars, you know? But yeah, the fact that you don't get CalDAV or something is weird. 9 out of 10 times the teacher is suspect because a 4 out of 10 student suddenly gets a 7 out of 10 grade. Huh. That's interesting. 1 out of 10 is an idiot that left ChatGPT formatting in their Word document. You mean with the emojis? Bro, I don't know why he does that. This is so weird. Let me get you a darker screen, that way you're a little bit of pretty cold. There you go, pretty colors. We don't get flashbanged by the screen. Also, do you have teachers who like track their students? Or is it not highly dependent on the subject? I don't know finance, so it might be that the students average like the same grade. But I know for my classes, like some exams are super easy. Some exams are like kind of hard, but I know the subject, so that's not a problem. And some exams are just like, it's just fucking math. I don't want to learn it. I just, you know, passing is the goal. What is actually going on here? Simple C program that demonstrate how to use the C/C++ interface to SQLite. SQLite. Alright, let's name it SQLite. The name of the database is given by the first argument, and the second argument is one or more SQL statement to execute against the database. The function calls pay attention to here are the call to SQLite open on line 22, which opens the database, SQLite executes the SQL commands against the database, and SQLite close that closes the connection. Okay, interesting. What are we actually doing here? Oh god, it's with the fucking line numbers, I hate that. My local AI I made has been instructed to 1. Teach me, don't make it for me, and 2. Don't use emotes and filler language, straight to the point, so I don't burn my GPU on you being stupid little shit going, haha, I love my funny database. Yeah, ChatGPT do be rambling sometimes. And bro, I don't know if this changes if you are logged in, but he always like hypes you up with the first sentence or something. Hold on. You are right to worry about that. It's, I don't know. Coin 3.5 9b is small and is rather fast at searching for local documentation. Ooh. Let me see. I'm currently using AI for audiobooks, because I have a bunch of web novels I follow, and I don't know, I like doing stuff with my hands while I listen to it, so I just have an AI read it for me, put it into MP3s, and then I have huge audiobook database folders. Start building open models. Launch Claude. Which one do you have? I don't even know what the fuck OpenClaw is. I've been not following any of the AI stuff, I'm gonna be real. There are so many chat, document, coding. Interesting. pricing. Automate coding document. 3 cloud models. Where I can put in my own models, right? That way I wouldn't have any pricing. Wait, apparently I do. I thought it was local. Huh. That's probably not open source. It's one of these things you need an account for. I'm good on that one, I think. Let's see, what are we doing? Online 22 RC. Is that like a file descriptor? SQLite 3 open. Okay. SQLite 3 execute. Why is there a callback? What the fuck does the callback you do? Nobody knows. Probably handling the output, right? And then close it. When is made by China, which is funny because it's more transparent than the US made ones. Is trained over 3 weeks on... Holy shit. And it uses only MIT marked GitHub repos for training. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, anything that comes out of China, I don't trust it. Probably... that's probably fine. It's a model, what can it do, you know? But like any hardware coming out of China, oh boy, that's some sus shit. I do not trust any of the phones. I assume they're all doing the ET and phoning home every night. Reporting on if I have been a good little boy for the CCP. But then again, I mean, the US ones are also kinda... yeah, you know. Worst they do is censor some Taiwan stuff. But like, yes, ones won't also censor fuck ton. I don't actually know what censoring is happening. I assume they have to be censoring a lot. Just because of trying to not get them racist, or like there's probably a big chunk of the training that's just trying to not make them racist if they're training on internet data. Although Elon has been trying with Grok. Okay, I have API creation object. Whole slot. What? Did you want to type shit and get autocorrected? That would be funny. Epstein files is mostly censored. Don't call president stuff. Yeah, the US is kind of... That's why you shouldn't give any of your data to Microsoft currently. Or ever, because these... hold on, I'm on Twitch. These lovely people over there will just vote in some random fascist who's then just subpoena, not even, they just ask, I think Reddit was it? They just asked them for user information and they gave it. So, you know, don't use Reddit, I guess. Don't use Microsoft or Apple or Facebook or Twitter. What's left? Mastodon, Blue Sky, maybe. Lemmy. Gonna be honest, I just went back to Microsoft after 16 months on Linux only. What? Why? For work? Or for gaming? I think I still have a dual boot on, maybe even on this disk. Just for Valorant stuff. But I haven't played Valorant in a while, so I don't know what happens if I start it again. Probably trying to upgrade me to Windows 11. Fuck ass software. Prepare, bind, store application data into parameters of original SQL. What? Finalize destructor for SQLite. Do you usually keep the connection open for communication, or do you close it after every query? Let me just ask the master of disaster. I can use voice, I mean. Do programs commonly, main reason VR, it's broken right now on Linux. What? Really? I have it kneecapped to hell though with stuff like my own pie hole that shoots down all requests going to Microslop. Oh boy. I might set up my own pie hole at some point. Just seems like a good idea. But I don't know, that sounds like work. Probably after my holiday. At some point. Surely. Surely I will do it at some point. Open and close the database connection for every request or request, or do they keep it open until they exit? Why did I add the brackets? Only thing I have not shut down is the update server. It's very mad at me. Yeah, Windows is wild. I don't understand how everyone is still using Windows. Like, I heard the term bootloader for the browser, where people just, you start your PC, you open the browser, and then you do everything in the browser. So, why are we using Windows? If you have some specialty software, I kinda get it. But come on, bro. I already self-host Jellyfin, Image, Nextcloud, Home Assistant, so adding Pi-hole to the list took 15 minutes. Oh, you have like one big server in your house, right? I actually have a Raspberry Pi. That's what I was thinking about. Now the Nextcloud is in my parents' basement. That's where that server is. One big server, yeah, that would be nice. It's a fucking 4-core laptop. Wait, is it one where you can't close the lid because otherwise it shuts down? That's the funny ones. Wait, what? Don't you need like drives for Nextcloud? Home Assistant, I get it. Image? I don't even know what that is. Image.app. Self-hosted photo and video management. Why do you need to manage? Oh, you can close the lid. Okay, that's good. What? Why do you need to manage images? What does it do? It's just... I just have my images auto-upload to Nextcloud. 16 terabyte NAS running off a Pi-hole mounted into it. Google Photos. I don't even know what the fuck Google Photos does, honestly. I just have all of my photos auto-sync to Nextcloud. And that's where I do all of my photo stuff. If I need an image, Nextcloud. Oh, I think I also have it synced on my PC. So all my memes are here. The important stuff. Oh shit. Wait, can it do text recognition? Forget. Like, text recognition is really important because I have like 9,000 memes saved and finding one is fucking insanely impossible. OCR. I swear. At some point I will learn on an optical character. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, that's nice. I might just install it just for that. Or maybe there's like a local program I can use. I don't know. I don't know if I want like a whole management solution. I just want to sometimes find memes, you know, that I saved previously. Dun dun dun. Short answer, collections are usually kept open and reused. How that's done depends on the database. Open database query, close DB. Yep, not good. Open, yeah. It's just a file, no network connection. Wait, what? But... sir? Does it keep... It doesn't keep the whole file in RAM, does it? Recommended storage format by the US Library of Congress. Bates. Replacement for Oracle, but there is a replacement for fopen. Library size. Holy shit, what was that? Oh, follow. Thanks for the follow. Hey. I should at some point get used to alerts. They always jump scare me. It's not good. Not good for my heart, okay? Don't do enough cardio for this. You can run it as a Docker container and just mount it so it steals the import from Nextcloud. What? The import from Nextcloud? You can do that? Fair warning, on a Pi, the local AI models need a 4 gig model or higher. Honestly, I don't care about the AI. My photos are usually well sorted in folders. Also, I don't really take photos, so yeah, that's not... Don't care about that part. Make image as a Docker container, then mount its import volume as the image location of the next... Oh! Yeah, also, was it ASRock motherboard? ASRock. This... They have like... features... motherboards? Wait. Is it this? No. Like ASRock has these... Basically the CPU is soldered onto the motherboard, and then you have like a passive cooler on top, and it's really weak. But that's what we have for our Nextcloud. Basically just bought a cheap used PC case, put in 16 terabytes of server HDDs, put everything in RAID, like an SSD for caching, and that's it. Like, I'm not running any fucking AI. I'm probably also not running OCR off of this. It just handles files and network. My Pi is just connected as a reverse proxy and a MDADM controller for a 10 gig USB 4 drive bay. 10 gig? Or 10 terabytes? Oh, 10 gigabit. Never mind. I get it. Wait, it has USB 4, the Pi? Because I remember that for the Pi you had the problem that I think the Ethernet was internally just basically a dongle that went over USB 2 or 3, so it really limited any throughput it could have. The drive bay is 4 drives. Oh, my bad. I was like, I didn't know USB 4 existed. But yeah. Pis are not good for performance. They are cutting a lot of corners, which they have to, but yeah. There are better single board computers for a lot of stuff. 4 times 4 terabyte drives. The Pi controls them as a software in RAID 5. RAID 5? For 4 drive, is it SSD or HDDs? Okay, hold on. RAID 5 loss bit error, right? Bit error calculator. because there's like the fault tolerance, one drive failure, yes. 3 times, okay, no, that's not what I wanted. That's fucking... Hold on. I think this was maybe... And you have... The problem is that the HDDs are like somewhere bit errors 1 per this, like 10 to the power 15, right? And successfully completing a rebuild if one drive fails, like you have 12% chance of just not getting your shit back. With 14, I think the drives we bought had 14, so RAID 5 was basically impossible with 4 drives. SSDs, I think they have like 10 to the power of 17, where that doesn't matter anymore. If a shadow copy, yeah, it's fine. Then why even use RAID 5? Just go for maximum speed, you know, what it's called, RAID 0, I think, or RAID 1, one of these. But yeah, no, I mean, hold on. Res P5. USB. I don't know what kind of USB it has. Oh, it has 3.0. Yeah, that should be fine. You're fine. But I remember, I think for the 4 it was still a problem where everything was, I think, USB 2.0. And even the Ethernet was USB 2.0, so you couldn't really get the speed you needed for... Like, you could get speed of 2.0, but I mean, that's not a lot. And if you want to read from disks large amounts of data, that's not what you want. This, I mean, 2 or 3.0 ports, that's fine. Because RAID 5 is good in practice, yeah, sure. You don't need 400 megabytes a second for playing Shrek 1 on Blu-ray. True. Yeah, I remember we put all of our family photos on Nextcloud. With, I think did we do it directly over USB or Ethernet? But that took a while. Those were a couple I think like 1 or 2 terabytes of just family photos. Carefully tested, cool story. Does it keep stuff in RAM? Or is it literally just file operations? Oh, there's the link. Reads and writes small blobs. 35% faster than the same blobs can be read from or written to individual files on disk. Furthermore, single database holding 10 kilobyte blobs. Just blah blah blah. Performance difference arises, we believe, because when working from SQL database, I worked only once. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, who cares? I'm gonna use this. My Blu-rays are, yeah, that's the codec H.265 10-bit. Oh, you got that HDR, bro. You got that HDR. So they are rather large and high quality. 10 gigabyte per movie, 20 gigabyte. Holy shit. Smaller for anime, larger for live. Yeah. for live action. Phone keyboard, yeah, classic. Have you seen the HDR video? Bro, that was... I was someone who... HDR... YouTube... Ah, fuck. I won't be able to find it. YouTube.com HDR versus SDR. Is it this guy? No, that's... God, what was the guy called? Talk... Oh god. It's a cinematographer, right? And he basically complained for like 1 or 2 hours about how HDR is a terrible fucking standard, and how all these videos comparing them are just doing the conversion incorrectly, because SDR basically, you can achieve basically the same thing with SDR. And bro, that just, as someone who has also massive problems with a bunch of standards, that just, I understand this man, okay? He just... Ah, fuck. Cinematog... I don't know how to spell this. Bro, YouTube search is actually ass. Dun, 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 dun. Set the exposure. Yeah, this is it. This is the video. Bro, this is some peak fucking ranting about industry. It's like the Thunderbolt standard, which actually I think Thunderbolt might actually be pretty good. But holy shit, Steve Yedlin, yes. There was... Hold on, what's an example where like the update is actually worse than the, you know, the original standard? I have 3 times 144p 1000 nit 386 zone HDR monitors. If I play super wide CS2 and get flashed, I burn my eyes with 300 watts of brightness. Jesus. It's a mess, and yeah, you can't show HDR versus SDR without having the damn video in HDR to begin with. And I also hope that and pray to God that one YouTube shit HDR implementation works and that users OS does not fuck with HDR SDR. No, listen. You gotta watch this video. It's not the problem that it's the problem that SDR is relative brightness and HDR is fixed brightness. So basically, hold on, HDR brightness scale. So basically they do all the conversion incorrectly because they just don't, I don't know, they don't know how to brightness curve. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna draw it. So, listen. Basically, you have the curve of 100 100% brightness and 0%, right, for SDR. And you have a curve that goes, I think something like this, right? No, not this. Something like, looks like this, basically. So these are the values in, I think, 8-bit or 10-bit. I think you can actually switch between those. So that's how you get all the stuff, right? That's how you get your values, that's how you get brightness, that works. And now you have HDR, which is, you have up here 10,000 nits and down here 0 nits, right? And that curve looks like this. Because, not that steep, but it really looks like this, right? Because you need to get to the fucking normal 200, or what do you have? 1000 even. 1000 nits. 1000 nits. And no one realistically will ever get to 10,000 nits. That's not a thing, right? And basically you have the 10 bits because you need the 10 bits because all of this fucking space will never actually get used because the curve is way too high. And there's like this weird where you get out of the normal screen brightness zone where you get like really high highlights, I think, in HDR, right? That's something you can't do in SDR, but all of these comparisons just do the color conversion between both of them wrong. So that's why HDR looks a lot better, just because the color conversion is wrong, you know? So, yeah. I don't know, watch that video, that's... Bro, I understand this, man. I have had so many... to deal with so many weird fucking standards. It just makes no... they make no sense if you know what you're talking about. But, like, the standards were made by some marketing executives sometimes. But most of the standards are fine. Like, let's be real, most of the standards work fine. But a lot are more of a marketing gimmick that makes everything worse. Proper HDR does look better than SDR, but I agree that the tone map has to be almost perfectly made for your panel. I think the color mapping looks, if you do the conversion correctly, where you like have the actual curves and like all the values properly converted, it will look the same. Like you can make it look the same, except for the very high highlights, which that is only an HDR thing that you could implement as like a hotfix on top of SDR, but that's just not a thing. But apart from those, yeah, the color space is basically 8-bit versus 10-bit battle, but if you have SDR and 10-bit, there is no difference. KDE deals with SDR inside HDR. What? Why? Why does KDE do it? Isn't that like a kernel thing that the kernel should do? No? Yeah, I'm a certified HDR hater now, just because of the amount of data that is wasted on values that will never be reached. Like there has to be HDR needs to bit curve. Come on, dude. Wait. Is this it? Yes, I think it is it. Signal value, bro. Why 1? Basically, if you have like a 1000 nit display, right? So you cap out here. So basically, what's that? 0.75% percent of all values are actually applicable to you. So if we have 2 to the power of power of 10 bits times 0.75, you get less actual brightness range values. No, you do get more. Hold on, I'm stupid. You do get more brightness range values than 8-bit, which just gets this many, right? But if you were to do SDR with 10-bit, you are losing, like, how many is that? You are losing basically an entire, like the entire color range here. You're just wasting that. It's like empty data that will never realistically be needed. So yeah, I don't like it. Make it relative, because you already have like brightness, what do you call it, brightness. You can change the brightness on your display. How the fuck does this work with a locked brightness HDR? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Okay, listen, it's almost midnight over here. I gotta go sleep. Excuse me. Didn't mean to hit you there. Yeah. Tomorrow I will look into SQLite and try to get the chat logs and user database set up. Yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. Well, have a good night. Watch the video, guys. It's important, very important. Yeah, bye-bye. Oh, no, that desktop environment, that's weird. Why is it desktop environment's job for HDR SDR conversion? Is that why my Hyperland crashes all the time? Because it can't convert? Who knows? Love you guys, parasocially.